Impact segment tonight, as we told you in the Talking Points memo, members of Delta Force, an elite army unit, went into Syria over the weekend from Iraq and killed a top ISIS commander. Joining us now with the inside story, Colonel David Hunt, who's in Maine tonight, and Lieutenant Colonel Ralph Peters, who is in Washington. Colonel Hunt, how did it go down?
Went down very well. Delta Force is premier, like Detachment-Delta counterterrorism organization in the world. They flew in from northern Iraq. Got in without any problem. Hand-to-hand fighting. They killed about 20, by the way, terrorists. Killed the major accountant, guy in controls of money. Got the wife, as you mentioned, and somebody being held as a slave. What they also got was about 6 computers, about 25 cell phones, and a cabinet full of information. That's more important than killing this money guy who can be easily replaced. And there was holes in the aircraft as they came out. They got shot at coming out. Very well done up organization. The issue though is they could be doing this at any time. There's been about 125 requests by Department of Defense through Joint Special Operations Command that commands Delta and SEAL Team 6 to do these.
All right, let me stop you there. I want to get you approved. So there were about 125 requests, according to you, to the Pentagon to do the raids. Finally, one was okayed. How many guys went in, Colonel Hunt? How many guys?
About the same size as went in to get Bin Laden, around 40. About
40 guys went in. How many helicopters brought them in?
You got three Army helicopters and 2 Marine Osprey. So a very, very well done job. Quick done, out and in. By the way, in less than about 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes on the ground. Wow. They're very, very good at what they do.
All right, Colonel Peters, how does this affect the big picture of the fight against ISIS?
Well, it's good to do. We probably got a lot of great intelligence out of it. It makes the other leaders worried. But in a sense, it's a one-off. Because now that they know we can and will do this on Syrian soil, the terrorists are warned. So if we try to do it again against another ISIS leader, it's going to be just a whole lot tougher. At the end of the day, you know, this indicates that, like it or not, if you want to beat Islamic State, it takes boots on the ground.
Okay, now I have heard, and have not been able to confirm, it's just an opinion, that the Obama administration knew Ramadi was going to fall, knew it was going to be an embarrassment, and then okayed this mission. As Colonel Hunt mentioned, there were about more than 100 other requests that were not okayed to take some of the sting out of the Ramadi situation. Did you hear that, Colonel Peters?
I've not heard that direct link, but I have heard that the administration is doing everything it can to do damage control on the fall of Ramadi. Bill, the State Department has finally said that the fall of Ramadi is a setback. It's not a setback, it's a catastrophe. Ramadi it's 75 miles from Baghdad. Yeah. That's Trenton to downtown Manhattan. It's the capital of Anbar province, the key Sunni Arab province. It's important because so many Americans bled, died to take Ramadi. Sure. And there's no question about it, but also it matters because it's a huge symbolic win for Islamic State, and there are even unconfirmed reports that they got some of our M1 tanks we gave the Iraqis. It is confirmed Iraqi special operations, their elite, supposedly elite forces, ran away. Now we have the Iranians offering to come in a big way and help the Baghdad government, and we're being played by fools.
Now, Colonel Hunt, I think it's indicated that the Iraqi army is impotent. They actually outnumbered the ISIS attackers, yet they fled in panic, leading to another massacre of civilians. So, I mean, it looks like a hopeless situation over there.
The problem is that the 9 months we've been flying, Bill, about only 25% of the U.S. air missions have been dropping bombs because there's a requirement to have U.S. forces on the radios talking to the planes. And then we're also not allowing U.S. forces to be in combat. So it's been an ineffective 9-month air campaign, which was never going to work anyways.
No, we all said that at the beginning.
Arab nations involved. The Arab nations have got to get in the middle of this fight.
Yeah, but the 60-nation coalition, gentlemen, you know? I don't think they had anything to do with all right, thank you guys, I appreciate it. Ralph Peters' new book, Valley of the Shadow, has opened very strong around the country. Great Father's Day gift there. Directly ahead, motorcycle gangs go to war in Texas, leaving 9 dead. We'll tell you what happened. Then Juan and Mary Catherine on Hillary Clinton's cash, big. She and her husband have made a boatload over it the last year. Moments away.